Today's adventure begins as the recording of this Monday, August 18th, 2025, Midsummer Scream has come to an end. Still currently in my hotel room here in Long Beach, California, looking at the convention center down there and the Queen Mary ship. But I'm checking out and I'm heading up to Hollywood. Not going home yet. Still in SoCal. Still in SoCal. And we were right up there on the 8th floor at the Marriott, right across from the convention center. Never stayed in Long Beach before. Usually I would stay elsewhere in LA and then commute down, but I think in the future, for future midsummers, I would stay here again. I don't know if I will stay here again, but I would consider it. It was nice. It's located on the corner of Pine and Ocean Boulevard. Very short commute, walking. We got our bags. We're transferring hotels. Walking over to Starbucks. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. Kind of an impromptu day, not a major game plan other than going and checking into our hotel in Hollywood. Pop into Universal as well. And today is Texas Chainsaw Day. They're playing the 1974 classic, one day only, the AMC at City Walk. So probably end the night with that, and that's way later. We'll see what happens between now and then. I'm inviting you to join me at Kevin's. Shall you? Nailed it.
There you go, yeah.
We just ordered a rideshare, and Uber is going to pick us up over here. But look at this. It's like a street view, but instead of the car, the guy's walking with a camera there. And he's got the little iPad and everything as he's walking. Till next year, or till next time, Long Beach Convention Center. All right, may the commute have returned to the hotel here at Universal City. The Hilton at Universal City. Sliding door is not working, so heading in the side door. Check in, see if we can check in early. It's early. Have returned to a familiar spot. Got our luggage in here. Got the Santa Monica Pier right over there. The last time I stayed here, which was even on the same trip, I was here, then I went to Vegas, then I went to Long Beach, now I'm back. I had the Hollywood sign. Got 2 beds here. Get to take a look at the view, the most important thing. Last time I was here, I was on the valley side. Not the valley side, but this is the valley side. I was on the Hollywood Hills side. Now I'm on the valley side. Way up top. It's only 24 floors here. We're only like 1 or 2 from the top. Really good view of Griffith Park over there where the Hollywood sign is. Got the Globe. We're going to head in a little bit. Also, we checked in before noon. Check is until 4. They had our room ready, so we get to relax a little bit before heading back down in, or heading into the park. Maybe check out some construction updates. A new coaster over there. Maybe some HHN stuff. See if there's any new HHN merch. There's also a new magnet, a pass holder magnet I might grab while I'm in there. But I just wanted to give a quick little room tour beforehand. Kevin's hiding behind the door.
You had to get the shot. You had to get the shot, the whole room shot. No one's ever seen this room before, Adam. No one's ever seen it like this, from this angle.
I show it every time.
No, but this is a very special, different room. You've never stayed in this exact one. Look at the side profile of the Minion. You don't get that in the other room shots you've shown off.
That's true. You're
the
right.
whole internet's freaking out right now of that shot.
They're freaking out, but not because they haven't seen this. They're freaking out because I've showed it 812 times. But I love it here. Look at that. Look how high up we are above Super Nintendo World.
The coaster's massive.
There will come a day when I and you probably stay here where you will see the coaster from here going across that track. Let that sink in. And there's been times I've stayed here in the past that coaster wasn't even there. And times I've showed this angle where that building right there with the helipad wasn't even there. The whole building has been built in the last year. How many of these additional $12 Voss waters we could polish off while we're staying here? They do give you regular waters. If you want the Voss, $12. Also, there's the Cuisinart there.
This is the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson specialty. If you didn't know, when Dwayne is filming movies, he's too busy to go to the bathroom. So he pees in a Voss water bottle and then has his assistant throw it out. While he's also working out, he pees into his bottle.
Fun facts.
The circle of water. He drinks it, then it goes back in here. Hopefully he doesn't drink from the bottle after that.
Yeah, if you drank his urine, it'd be more than $12. That souvenir costs you more than...
Do you smell what The Rock is pissing?
To show the facilities in here as well, simply because some of these rooms, I don't even really know what the... That's Hollywood Boulevard. Oh, this is where Buster usually is. Look, there's Buster right there. Busting out the top of Ripley's. I don't really know what their game plan is on. Sometimes they have a regular tub like this, and other times they have the shower style that has the plexiglass that closes back and forth. I guess it's just luck of the draw on what you're going to get. And we also might have someone else joining a little bit later. And because there's only 2 beds, have to get a roll-up cart. We're probably going to put over here. If he shows up later, he might be joining us to watch Texas Chainsaw at the AMC, and might crash over here a little bit later. Haven't decided yet, but if he does, you can pay an additional $40. You can get a roll-up bed brought up as well. So, fun facts. Lots of fun facts. It's going to be a fun fact day.
I think it was 30. I think it was 30 for the...
35? 40?
You said 40, 30, 35.
Yeah.
35, there you go.
It's less than 50. One last look at the view, and then we'll head down. Why are you making fun of me? You repeat things in your videos too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how can you not like this view, though?
Oh, it's the best view, one of the best views in Hollywood. You see everything. You see all the different studios down there, the golf course.
Yeah, Warner Brothers off in the distance.
The water world tonight.
Disney.
The plane fly out.
Oh, you know what? Look at this. Right down there used to be Warner Ranch, right in the center of the screen. All bulldozed. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation House, Lethal Weapon House, Bewitched, the pool from Gremlins, etc. All gone, and now sound stages. Within the last year, those buildings torn down, and now all sound stages. No more practical sets down there. It's the wave of the future. Oh, I can't look at the fish or the turtles today because there is a private event taking place over in that little area. I'm walking over. I see you up there, Minion, staring down upon the hillside, or from the hillside. Nice little breeze right now. Really nice little breeze. In fact, look at the flag up there waving in the breeze. Kevin's still lounging in the room. I decided to go ahead and head into the park. I could definitely use another coffee though. We've been going pretty hard. A little more caffeine might be nice. Going down the hill. Tram, not theme park tram, but the tram that goes from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill, and vice versa. Where we're staying right there. Close proximity. Yeah, we checked in. I took a little 30-minute cat nap. And then I said, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and head on over. See what I can see. Do what I can do. And a little bit later, I'm going to watch the movie on the big screen. The reason it's Texas Chainsaw Day is because today is when the events took place in the film. August 18th. 1973, which would have been 52 years ago. I never noticed the back of this hoodie, though. It's kind of like 8-bit video game style. That's kind of cool right there, right? Yeah, it's almost like NES style on the front of the 40th right there. I've always seen the front, but I never had the wherewithal to turn it around the back. That actually is pretty dang cool. Look at Player One, 1985. Jaws. Oh, that's a mosquito. Look at that. That right there is not an animatronic. That is it's a real mosquito waiting to. I think that's a mosquito. Yeah, it is. Look at it's moving its like little feet right there. Now I feel it's pretty obvious after getting my my teaser haunt on with the Hall of Shadows and Midsummer Scream and the panels and the sales floor and all the spooky vendors over the last few weekends and going into the early into the weekdays now. Walking into Universal Studios Hollywood and seeing all the HHN stuff. So this is going to be a moderate HHN update because now everything is visible. The props are starting to make their appearances, rear their head. Also, the walls are starting to come down so you can really get a much better view of things, and you can see things a little bit better than you can see since the last time I was here, which was only like, what, 2 weeks ago? Maybe even been less than that. Because even on this trip, I had been back to Universal and gone other places and even gone to different states and back before going home and then staying back at the same hotel. Only at the hotel we're at for a couple of nights, but definitely wanted to pop in and kind of give a little update, not only on the HHN stuff, but also on the Fast and the Furious coaster, which is really starting to make quite a bit of headway. So it's going to be kind of a mishmash of what I'm going to be showing. Probably do the tram tour at some point as well, which I love to do. Wanted to do the tram tour when I was here right around my birthday. Wanted to pop in. In fact, even I think on my birthday I was here. I popped in and the tram tour was just so lengthy and long, but it doesn't appear to be as busy now as it was on that day on August 10th, which was hard to believe. It's already been 8 days ago since I turned 51. It's just completely time waits for no man, they say. It just continues to carry on. That is for sure. It's also been over a month since Disneyland's 70th anniversary on July 17th, which is wild as well. So just kind of following along the track here on the side of the mountain, and you'll see the tram going by, which myself and others will probably be jumping on at some point and giving a little tram ride going on. That I guess that was the last time I was here, was on my birthday 8 days ago. So it's all come full circle in the last 8 days. But this thing goes down the side of the mountain. Really going to be something else. Really going to be something else when it finally opens. I've seen a lot of changes at Universal. First time I came to Universal was 2013-ish, and I've been going pretty much ever since. I've been a pass holder since the first time I visited, and really haven't stopped. I just continuously pop in here when I'm in LA, and of course the most times I visited was when I lived on Hollywood Boulevard, 2017 to 19. I would just be in here all the time. Got a lot of memories here. So definitely interesting to see all the progress and how things change, and when this used to be nothing down here, and now it all is vertical, and it's Super Nintendo World right there. Wild. You kind of get a view of behind Super Silly Funland right here. And when they do the VIP tours, so if you ever do a VIP tour or an RIP tour, this is the eating area right here. So I'm giving a little behind the scenes over in this particular section. And anybody can walk over here. It's a non-smoking area, obviously. Maybe at one time you could smoke, but just be careful because there's an 80-foot drop. Do not climb off the 80-foot drop because it is very steep. But this is going to be interesting when this opens, if they will let casual visitors, pass holders, and ticketed guests stand here and watch the ride from here. Time will tell. But you do have these little quarter machines that you can put, a couple quarters in or a quarter in and look off over there into the valley and the golf course. I've never seen this area open here though. There's always stanchions and gates and everything. To be honest, I don't even know what's underneath there besides the staircase. I've never really thought about it. My goodness, I've never seen these. These are hidden over in the illumination side, which is on the other side of Starbucks in the regular gift shop I go in. They got Hello Kitty Chucky. They got a Spirit jersey there. They have the ears. They even have the little plushes Hello Kitty Chucky items over in here. How did I not know that any of this stuff ever exists? It is so dang cute. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's like this is not where you usually would see all the Halloween type of overlay stuff, but yeah, it's over here in the other store where they have the Minions and all that. Standing over in this area, looking at the escalator and where the track goes over for the new coaster, and it definitely is under a little bit of a heat index out here. You got the mist coming down upon me. Now it's definitely not like Vegas heat, but at the moment with the sun out, it's a little toasty. The shadow of the mist, or the shadow of the mist and the fan right there. It's 84 degrees currently at 2:45. Yeah, 84 degrees, but check this out, 84, even at 84, it says extreme heat watch. Conditions expected for a little while. Again, in comparison to Las Vegas, this is like, what, 25 degrees cooler than Vegas was? But it still feels a little toasty when you're not in the shade and you're in the sun. These misters are really, really nice.
Baby cry. How dare you make a baby cry, Gru?
Right over here at City Snack Shop, they have these brand new treats for Hollywood, right? Dragon Fire Chicken Spire, Classic Mac and Cheese, and Brisket Mac and Cheese. And here's all the mac and cheese cone, different ones that they have right there. Also, I just got my pass holder magnet with the Bride of Frankenstein on the front of it. This is pretty decent. I don't have a whole lot of Universal pass holder magnets, so kind of nice to add to my collection when I finally get home to the metal cabinets. This is called the Dragon Fire Chicken Spire right here. It comes in this little dragon, like a little bucket right here. That's what the top of it right over in there. Just gotta find a place to eat this. Kevin's standing over in the sun eating at one of these tables, but I am definitely, I think I'm allergic to direct sun, so I think I'm gonna go over here in front of Mel's Diner. One bite of mac and cheese.
It's not epic.
So you recommend this because they have this Epic Universe. You're like, Adam, you need to try it. But doesn't live up to your standards?
No, this is false advertising.
Oh.
They're using the look and feel and taste of Epic.
Yeah.
This is not what's offered at Epic. Epic is a 10 out of 10. The whole thing is like filled with pounds of mac and cheese, with
so
meats. There's 2 bites of noodle right there. That's it.
Really enjoy the taste of the cone. If you want to call it a cone, it's basically like an open sub that was like stuffed with mac and cheese and chicken and a little jalapenos, but I don't know if it was really worth the amount of money. I think it was like $16. I don't know if there was really $16 worth of food in there, but if it was stuffed fully, I think it would have been a little more worth it. But I enjoyed the taste of it. It was pretty good. All right, take a look at the studio tour. 10-minute wait for studio tour. And look at this over here. What the heck is this? This almost looks like the guy from Hatchet, right? All right, it's called Hell Bullies right there. Hell Bullies is the name of this. But look at this face. That is some serious nightmare fuel. All right, on our way down now to the tram tour.
We opened the gates to our studio here over 100 years ago, back on March 15th of 1915, when immigrant Carl Laemmle founded Universal Studios. And look where we are today. We hold 11 Best Picture Academy Awards here. Most recently, for Best Picture, we won for Oppenheimer. And by the way, if you're watching Oppenheimer and you see a scene and it's in the Oval Office, it was really filmed right here on our lot inside of Soundstage 19. This here is a real fire station because we have our very own zip code in Universal City. We also have our very own and very real fire station. But Fire Station 51 is, in a way, one of the last real things that you're gonna see for a bit here today. This area that we're driving through, this is called the front lot, and it's home to a lot of television. And NBC and Universal's relationship with TV dates back to the opening ceremony of the 1939 New York World's Fair. That was our very, very first televised broadcast ever. And of course, we kept up with the times. We have our own streaming service now, Peacock, and Universal Television Productions is behind countless amazing TV shows. Inside of stages 11 and 1, we film our show Hacks. Hacks streams on Max. Right now you can stream season 4 starring Gene Smart and Hannah Einbinder. Here on the right inside of 16 and 17, we film our show Loot. Loot streams on Apple TV and stars former SNL cast member Maya Rudolph. He works just over here on your left. Now we'll see stages 25 of our Metropolitan sets. Billie Eilish, Tate McRae,
Wish there was a
Justin
maze
Bieber,
down here still.
Eminem, Lady Gaga, Pink, Britney Spears, even Michael Jackson. They've all filmed music videos to your right here. Now, can I tell you guys a secret about these buildings though? They're not real. I mean, physically they're there, but they're not real, full, complete buildings. These are what we call facades. And a facade means it's just the front and sometimes the side of a building. But when you go inside, there's nothing really going on in there, right?
Back here in the back.
We just use these for outside or exterior scenes. These buildings are built with this really interesting technique called forced perspective. It means everything on the bottom floor is a little bigger, and it all slowly gets smaller and smaller as you go up. And this technique tricks your eyes so that when you see these buildings on camera, they appear much taller than they really are in real life. That's how this is able to portray big major cities, right? This was, for example, Chicago and the Blues Brothers, modern day Brooklyn, and some episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Mindy LaHuey's neighborhood in the Mindy Project, London, and a Fast and Furious film, downtown LA, and some episodes of SWAT starring Shemar. He wasn't barefoot.
Universal Monsters.
No, he was wearing shoes. He was wearing shoes they made to look just like his feet, so it would be more comfortable to run down the streets. And I'm not telling you to Google Chris Evans' feet, but if you look up the behind-the-scenes making of that scene and you zoom in, you can see his foot shoes. They're very funny. Now, on our right here, just past the Lion Estate signs, there's a weird little round beige building. Do you guys see it? This is an underwater tank. We can film actors swimming underwater in here. It's where Kramer took a dip in an episode of Seinfeld. Pretty cool, right? Now turn your heads to the left. Because y'all might recognize that bright red V under sound stages 30 and 31.
During Dude Ranch,
that is where we
they took
filmed
photos
The
back
Voice.
here. And they took some pictures and videos in here. I believe Tom DeLonge injured himself, hit his head inside there.
September 22nd with
I remember that
Michael
correctly.
Bublé, Snoop Dogg, Niall Horan,
Dude
and
Ranch.
Reba McEntire. And Reba McEntire also works just next door over here in sound stages 32 and 33, where she's been filming her show Happy's Place. Happy's Place returns to NBC for season 2 on November 7th. Now, if you look just below those stages, we've got this beautiful body of water to our left. This body of water is what we call our Hollywood Ocean. Sometimes we call it a lake, a creek, a river, a pond, whatever we need it to be. We can make it serve that purpose in any production, right? This body of water here was the Amazon in our 1954 monster movie, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Most of these cars we're looking at are drivable, you know, and oh, speaking of driving, did anyone drive in from out of town? Do you need a place to stay tonight? We have a motel right here on the lot. No one ever wants to stay here. This motel has 12 rooms, 12 vacancies, and we are building for our Halloween Horror Nights right now, so you can see some of that construction. But this here is the Bates Motel for Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 film, Psycho. And just above it, we also have the original Psycho house. Y'all want to know a fun fact about Psycho? And hey, I mean fun. First movie to ever show a toilet flushing on screen. It's nothing gross, but Marion rips up a piece of paper and flushes it down the toilet. Is on a set in a production. It's used to train search and rescue dogs because it looks so real. It's a great place for them to train. Now we saw something from icon Hitchcock and then icon Spielberg, and now we are moving on to something from someone who I think is becoming an icon himself, and that is Jordan Peele. He's known for his films Get Out, Us, and Nope. These are the real-life sets used in Jordan Peele's film Nope.
Best part of this current tour is that we're not going in here.
Yes. Things like that.
R.I.P.
Brought in during the sound editing process.
You think anyone
but my
misses
favorite
that?
part of sound and
Let's
film,
go, Cookie Puss.
definitely the music and the movies.
Driver, move that vehicle. I getting a view down. Kevin, what is that one?
That's Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Okay. Previous year, this is where Texas Chainsaw Barbecue was. This year, it's going to be Jason Universe Barbecue. All right, headed back up to the upper lot now. Taking a look here, and this is just so amazing. This is going to go over the freaking escalator. I can't wait to ride this thing when it opens. Heading through City Walk, heading underneath King Kong, and over into the movie theater. And this kind of sort of sounds like a chainsaw as you're going in here. There's really nothing. There's no props or anything. No real theming for seeing the '74 classic, which is 52 years old now. 51 years old now. I'm going to pretend that this is a chainsaw sound, but really it's just a carpet blower.
This is your content.
This is are you new to this channel?
Well, you're asking about where all the props are, right? There's no props on display.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing celebrate.
Because he owns everything.
Well, you have a lot of the props. I have some, but you have way more than I do. You got the appropriate T-shirt on. I'm also wearing an appropriate Toby Hooper shirt, though. Do you think he really directed Poltergeist?
Yes. You're not seeing the letter that Spielberg wrote that went into detail that Toby Hooper did direct the film. He wrote a letter to dispute the accusations.
Really?
Yeah. It's online.
Okay.
You can find it.
Do you believe Spielberg?
I do feel that Spielberg's stamp is all over that film, but
He may have jumped behind the camera one time.
don't know about that.
Okay. Anyway, let's pretend that's a chainsaw, and let's go see this classic. One of the best horror films ever made. Right over here at C4, 5, and 6.
No, but he said you're very specific.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
I'll sit right here in the middle of you guys. Right here.
I have like the same seat that I sit in.
seats. Nobody would be next to you. Right next to you.
I'm going to pretend that this is head cheese. Right there.
Okay, you know how they make that, right?
Fruit snacks?
No, head cheese.
Oh, I'll talk about it. There's the countdown. No trailers. Fathom Events, the one's putting it on. We got 9 minutes and counting. All right, ended up watching the movie. It was pretty awesome to see it. It was not on film. It was on restoration of 4K in bright, colorful restoration. Man, what a great movie to see the '74 classic. One of my All-time favorites on the big screen. Gonna head back over to the hotel now. What an evening. What a night. Also kind of neat to see the date flash up on the screen. John Larroquette does the opening. Also, if you didn't realize, John Larroquette from Night Court is the one that does the opening monologue when the text rolls across the screen, talking about Franklin and Sally Hardesty and all that. Kind of neat to see this all lit up at night. And it's also neat because the gates over here at Universal are closed. No one's getting their photo in front of the sign. Love this retro Universal Studios Hollywood sign. We're back at the hotel now. In order to see out the window, you gotta turn the lights off in here. We're in this tiny room in the dark. You're silhouetted out, Sean.
Cool view.
There's the Minion. Kevin loves when I show the same thing out the window for the 900th time.
I'm just teasing you.
It's like, you've already showed this before. I go, I know. Because he never shows Universal or Florida 500 times.
You guys should.
Hey, when a cord moves, it's a little different.
You guys should film the theme parks one of these days.
We should go.
Yeah, you should check it. Just film it. Don't.
Instead of just seeing it with my own eyes, like document it for the camera.
Yeah, actually document it for the camera. Show people what it's like to be in a theme park. For today's adventure, I'm going to Universal Studios for the 897th time.
Man, I thought you guys were my friends, and now you're just...
I've got my 8,000th caffeinated beverage. And for some reason, you fucking people keep watching.